Viewers, are we going to see the beginning of another round of a trade war between the United States of America and China? We'll get to know in the next few days. But what is important to note is the big announcement that has already come from US President Donald Trump. He's announced 100% tariff on all and any critical software imports from China. And this move has sent shockwaves across the world. This has triggered massive sell-off in the crypto market. As per reports, more than 1.6 million traders have lost over $19 billion in the crypto market. And viewers, this is being seen as the worst sell-off in the history of the digital assets. That's the big news that we are getting for you at this point in time. And to help us understand what really is happening in the crypto markets, I'm joined by Ajay Bagga, who is a very well-known market expert. Good evening, Mr. Bagga. Thank you for speaking with us here on Times Now. What do you make of this bloodbath in the crypto market, the carnage that we are seeing? What exactly has happened? What are the reasons?
Yeah, in the crypto market, it's a very thinly regulated market. A lot of it is offshore, so no regulator is kind of looking at it. So the amount, what we call in finance leverage. So if you have $1, you can take, say, a $10 or a $100 position. So there were these very high level of positions in the crypto market. And yesterday, after the Trump Truth Social post, and then in the night, India time, when he mentioned about 100% tariffs on China, a lot of these positions went underwater. So what happened is, suppose somebody had $1 and they had a position of $10 in the market, and they made a loss of 10%. Their $1 of margin got totally wiped out. So the exchange cut that $10 position. So what has happened is crypto overall is a $4 trillion plus market cap. So 4 trillion is the market cap of all cryptos put together. Out of that, there was this margin outstanding of $19 billion, which has got wiped out. Okay. So people have incurred a loss of 19 billion on their margin. Overall, if you look at crypto, nearly about $500 billion of worth has got wiped out yesterday.
Oh, that's a big number you're talking about, Mr. Ajay Bagga. Now, simply put, this announcement by Donald Trump has led to panic among investors. Are we likely to see some kind of an impact on our stock markets as well going forward? Because 30% US tariff was already there on China. Now there's additional 100%. Does it become 130%? Are we likely to see another round of trade war? Do you see that happening? And I want you to specifically focus on the investors here in India and our stock markets. Can we expect some impact?
Yeah, we must put it into perspective. Both China and Trump are talking about November 1st as the earliest date. So it's not going to go up on Monday itself. I personally feel it's a lot of posturing because China postured on the rare earths and magnets. They said you can't even say countries like India, where China is now sending magnets, they said you can't further export it out. So you have to sign a non-exporting clause with us. Like that they wrote to Europeans, they wrote to South Americans. So Trump has taken exception to that. But Trump was supposed to meet Xi Jinping in South Korea on the sidelines of a meeting of APEC. Now he said, what is the use of meeting Xi Jinping? But my personal thinking, and most analysts are saying, this is posturing from both sides. So China is also flexing its muscles, showing Trump that this is what we can do. Trump is hitting back, saying we will put 100% tariffs. Remember, the higher Chinese tariffs did not kick in till 7th November. Yes. So they still had time for negotiations, and it was expected that when Trump and Xi met, they would announce some kind of a truce and agreement. Now the posturing has become hardened. What happens? Markets went down in US, the Magnificent Seven, the top 7 technology stocks, they were down about 770 billion 770 billion market cap loss was what happened. So after April, we saw the sharpest fall in the US market on Friday.
Yes.
Does it translate into a fall in the Indian market? Yes, definitely. We are correlated to the US market. So, and if you have losses elsewhere, India is one of the most liquid market where FIs tend to take out profits from here and help their liquidity needs.
Right.
So yes, we could see a draft down. The good news is, since this is largely posturing, it doesn't happen till November 1st at the earliest. What we are expecting is that high-level talks will be happening on both sides to reach some consensus. And when that gets announced, the recovery will also be very sharp. So we are still not worried too much about it. We are still seeing this as posturing.
All right, you're still seeing this as posturing, but we'll of course have to wait and see how our markets react on Monday. Thank you very much, Mr. Bagga. Appreciate you helping us understand this bloodbath in the crypto market and, you know, what perhaps one can look forward to as an investor in the country. Thank you for speaking with us.
Thank you.
Let's now move on, viewers, and tell you the latest update that we are getting from Haryana.